Hey bakers, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making banana bread. If you have ripe bananas, this is what you need to make. And if you don't, you can ripen them in 10 minutes with an easy hack. It's the first thing I'm going to show you, so let's get started. Banana bread is the perfect thing to make when you have overly ripe, really brown, soft bananas. But what if you want this delicious treat when you have regular bananas? The solution is just to pop them into the oven on a baking sheet like this, 350 Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes or until they turn black. They'll look really gross on the outside, but on the inside, they'll be nice and gooey and perfect for your batter. So these guys are regular, ripe, delicious bananas. They need to go into the oven right now. While those bananas are ripening in the oven, I'm going to sift together all my dry ingredients so they're ready when I need them. Starting off with 1 3/4 cups or 215 grams about of all-purpose flour. Yes. That was my best pour ever. No editing needed for that. Okay, a teaspoon of baking powder, teaspoon of baking soda. You can spice your bread however you'd like. I love all the spices. So starting off with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. This doesn't fit inside. All right, problem solve. Well, about a teaspoon of cinnamon. Half a teaspoon of allspice, one of my favorites. I'm adding in a pinch of cardamom. Love the smell. Oof. Last spice, nutmeg. I used to always use powdered nutmeg and be like, oh, those snobs with their microplaning of nutmeg nuts. But it actually makes a huge difference. It's so much fresher and zingier. If you have a microplane, these guys come in handy. The brand name is actually Microplane. I don't know if they invented it, but all I have to do is just, I don't measure it. I just do like, enough. Maybe like half a teaspoon, no, 1/4 teaspoon. Large, generous pinch, whatever you want. Ah, it's so nice. Did you know that nutmeg is actually a hallucinogen? I think it's poisonous too, but that's like if you eat like a ton of nutmeg nuts. All right, sift it out, give it a whisk. I'm removing my scale. I know it bothers people. And now it's time for the creaming of the fats. In this recipe, I'm using a 1/4 cup of unsalted butter at room temperature. You could use a full half of a cup of unsalted butter at room temperature, but I am using a 1/4 cup of butter and a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. It's one of my favorites, and aside from being able to do anything and it's magical, I like the subtle taste it adds, and it's a healthier fat than butter because it's a medium chain fatty acid. I know it's controversial, but it's a little bit better. It's still fat. Okay. Cream it up. It'll take a little while because the coconut needs to get worked a bit. Once your fats are creamed up, you can add in 3/4 of a cup of regular granulated sugar. Hush. Once you're all nice and creamy, fluffy, time to add in 2 large eggs, one at a time. Just crack them in, no shells, let them incorporate, and then add the other one in. That's looking good, but I have to scrape my bowl down. Egg number 2. Whoa, why did I do that? I swear. It tastes good though. So now it's time to add in about 2 tablespoons of yogurt. A teaspoon of vanilla, which I'm actually gonna measure out. Mix that up. And now let's go back to those bananas, which should be cool enough to touch, yeah. Ooh, cool enough to touch. All right, let's cut those bananas open. Little banana surgery. Look at this. Do you see this gooey banana? I would not like to eat this. This is like my nightmare of bananas, but it's perfect. It is perfect for our banana bread. It's like I wouldn't want to eat stale bread, but stale bread is so good for, croutons and bread pudding. These are like nightmare bananas. Ugh, imagine opening your lunchbox and getting one of those. Okay, now we're gonna mash them up. You can use whatever you want. I'm using a potato masher. Now I have a banana slurry, which is gonna be excellent for folding into my batter. I'm gonna let this cool down for a few minutes, and in the meantime, I'll do some dishes. While my bananas are cooling down, I'm gonna be prepping the tin. You could really just grease your tin, pop the batter in, but If you want things to come out really easily, just make a handle out of parchment paper. This is a 9x4 tin. It's the little things in life. Okay, this is a 9x4 tin, and I'm going to be measuring out about 9 inches wide. Just fold that over. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry about it if it's not. And then let's use our knife. Okay, you can grease the inside of the baking tin just a little bit so the paper sticks. Grease the small sides. And then just pop it in. This is a batter that will hold together pretty easily, so it's really just about lifting it out and transferring over to a cooling rack without like manhandling it or marring the surface of the top, because we're gonna do something nice to the top. Fold that over there. And now we can add in just a little bit more baking spray, but not really necessary. And now the batter is ready to come together because those bananas have cooled down. Can you tell what just disappeared from the background? Let me know in the comments if you have an eagle eye and you spotted it. Okay, now we're gonna add in our room temperature banana mush. It's a technical term. It's about a cup and a half. It's 3 medium big bananas. Mix it up. Now we're ready to add in our dry mixture really fast and easy. Go on low and just mix until combined. You don't want this to get too cakey. You know what I mean? If you wanted to add a cup and a half of toasted pecans or walnuts, that would be an amazing idea. I seriously considered it, but I feel like I just add nuts to everything and I've been getting comments. I can smell all those spices. This is delicious. All right, that's good. I'm gonna mix it up by hand just to make sure everything got incorporated on the bottom. And then we can get this into the pan and I'll show you my special trick for making this look a little bit prettier. Yeah, so on the bottom of the bowl, there's a bunch of stuff that didn't get mixed in. I know you could use a scraping attachment. I kind of love mine, but I've had really bad like flour blow-ups with it, so I'm just leaving it in the drawer for now. Okay, there we go. We have some like nice small chunks of banana hanging out in there. I don't know if you can see it, but they're gonna add a lot of like nice, super moist pockets into the bread. You can get this batter in to our pan right now. It'll level out during baking, so don't worry too much if there's a clump here or there. But you can totally help things along if you feel like it. I feel like it, so I will just be helping things along with my spatula. Just even it out a bit. It'll rise a bunch as well, so. This could go into the oven right now. You could decorate it with some toasted pecans or walnuts, you know, chocolate chips, coconut, whatever you feel like. But I will be doing a food blogger classic, which is a half banana on top. And I want to show you how you make it look real pretty. Set it aside for a minute and let's take out a sheet of parchment paper or a plate, whatever you want, a banana, not the ultra ripe bananas we used for the batter, and a bit of brown sugar. It could be light or dark, doesn't matter. Sprinkle it on the paper. The paper is just so I can put the rest of the sugar back later and I don't waste it. So banana, peel it up. And now we're gonna cut it in half down the middle. So carefully cut it in half. Don't let your kids see this. This is not how you cut things. You have a nice gooey side. You're gonna place this face down on the brown sugar. You can tap a little bit more to get better coverage. This is gonna become a bruleed banana in the oven. It'll get nice and caramelized and look really pretty. So let's get these onto the banana bread. I'm gonna add in one like this, and then the other banana is gonna go in the opposite direction. Don't worry about pressing it in. They will sink a little bit, and actually the batter will rise around them. It's not gonna have that crazy domed top. It's gonna be much flatter because of the bananas. All right, into an oven set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, about 177 Celsius if my calculations are correct, and it'll bake for 55 minutes here or there. You're gonna wanna take it out, take a look at it, do the skewer test, see if it comes out clean. It might need 5 minutes more. Who knows? Okay. All right, that was so satisfying to make. I really hope you get to make this. If there's a special hack that you have for your banana bread, let me know in the comments. I am all ears and I love hearing from you. Now it's time for a bite. Such good banana flavor. The spices are there, really, really soft and pillowy, which is what I expect from this. just really nice. Like, If you like this video, check out my ultimate, best, moist, fluffy, delicious vanilla cake recipe. Click up here for that. It is a game changer. And if you want to make some other more bready breads that don't have yeast, check out my Irish soda bread recipe. That is crusty, delicious, just perfect with a little bit of butter in the morning. All right, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Bon appetit.